Hello everybody and welcome back to Transport Fever. I've had a couple of days off again, sorry. I'm having a little bit of a sort of, I don't know, what you might call a bit of artist block or something. There's things I could be doing, there's things I kind of want to do, but there's a lot of pieces that are just not available just yet. We're still really early on, 1875. And I haven't got fishing boats available. I have all sorts of stuff that I could be using that I haven't got. And this is one of the problems of starting so early, especially on such a small map like this. Because yeah, I mean I know I've got the farms to do down here. I hate doing the farms. It's just so slow. It's really annoying. It's painfully slow and it bugs me. And yeah. I will do them at some point. Yeah, I'm not ending here. Don't worry about that. I'm not ending the season. I need to go forward a bit. I need to skip the time on, just so I can get some more pieces and do some other things. So I think what I'm going to do on this episode is actually, rather than me just running the time on and then coming back to you in another 20 or 30 years or something, in between episodes, I thought what I'd do is just do some sort of scenic shots, get it running ultra fast, speed the video up, add some music, and then at least you've got something to watch instead of me just skipping the load. I hope you don't mind that. I might have to change the way I do videos as well. That's something else. I've been excuse me, sorry. Yeah, there's something come up about YouTube about duplication. There's new rules coming into play. It's mostly to do with monetization, and my channel's not monetized yet anyway because you need 1,000 subscribers before you can monetize. But later on, I was hoping to be able to monetize the channel so that I could at least get a little bit of something towards some new equipment and things, maybe help pay bills a little bit, especially as the channel grows later on. I don't, I'm not no intentions of this ever being a sort of really big channel. I'm not. I don't want it to be taking up all my time. I'm spending quite a lot of hours on it every week as it is. All right, granted, this week I haven't done, but I've been a little bit poorly and I've had a cough and the sniffles. So I didn't want to be recording while I was constantly sniffling and not being able to speak properly. So that's why I've not been recording much the last few days. But anyway, yeah. I don't know if anybody can advise me on it, but there was just one section that I've read that said about. I mean, mostly it's about using other people's content, particularly sort of like music and royalty-free music, not putting any video on, just having a picture on and things like that. You're not allowed to do that anymore, or use copyrighted characters and things. But there is a question over video gamers as well. If you're using large amounts of royalty-free music and not commentating over most of your video, that could also come into question. So I'm worried about that. Mainly because I just, I'm not experienced enough or capable enough to run a full dialogue on a sort of 3/4 hour long video. Half an hour even is, it's kind of tricky. I mean, obviously you've got YouTubers that have been out there doing this for years and that can talk the hind legs off a donkey, and I can in certain situations. Plenty of times people have told me that, and commented on how much I like to talk, which I do. but there's only so much I can actually say about the game and what I'm doing and things. And when I'm working, sorry, I'm going all over the camera. This is not nice to watch. Right, let go of the buttons. Yeah, when I'm working, I like I've said before, I do like to sort of concentrate and sort of think about things. So my dialogue's not the best during that anyway. So just gonna have a look further into that and see what the situation actually is. Whether it's gonna if it is gonna cause me a problem for the channel, I don't know whether it's gonna cause me a problem or not. But I definitely have to have a think about it. If anybody knows any more about the subject and could advise me any better, then drop us a comment down there. I'll have a chat with you. No problem. Like I say, I'm not too worried about it because it's mostly to do with monetization, and I'm a long way off that anyway. The only thing is, if they do decide that I can't have monetization, then it kind of puts paid to any plans for sort of doing. Well, I could possibly do live streams and things, but I won't be able to have any super chats or anything. Like I said, I can't have them yet anyway. Numbers are growing. Numbers are growing really well. I've not advertised the channel anywhere, and I'm only getting viewers from recommendations. You know, I've not even put any stuff up on Steam yet. I've not any put any maps up or anything. That's something else. I know a few people keep asking me about various maps and stuff, including this one. Sully, I know you want this map. It needs to be converted into a mod. I've read a little bit how to do it. You need to make a preview file, and you need to make some LUA files and things. You need to write some stuff into it and make it into a mod before I can actually share it on Steam. Otherwise, I would just share it. If it was just as simple as me uploading it, I would do it straight away, and there would be no problem. But it's not that simple. It's a little bit complicated, and I just haven't had the time to look into it properly. I've been rather busy with things. I've been working and trying to get various jobs done and stuff. 5 or 6 different jobs on at the moment, including stuff I'm doing at my own house as well. So in the evenings I've been fairly tired, and I've been a little bit sort of low energy. Like I said, I've had a cold and stuff, so I've not really been up to it. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. I think that was about it, really. Yeah, like I said, if anybody knows any more about that, about the situation with YouTube and what's happening with channels being demonetized and things, it's my channel. The main problem is if your channel gets demonetized, it won't show up in the searches. That's what my issue is. It's not about the money. The money's not. I'm not really interested in the money side of it. Like I said, it would be really nice if I could get a little bit of a trickle of an income back in off it, just something to reward me for my time and things. But like I said, I never started this with the intention of earning any money out of it. I just hope that once I got over 1,000 subscribers, if I did make some good videos that got quite a lot of views, my industrial area flyover from before I even started doing the maps, that one's had over 30,000 views. So, you know, I might have got a few quid back. Had the channel been monetized, but my biggest concern over it is if the channel gets demonetized, I believe it will not show up in the searches or recommendations because of the algorithms. So that means I won't get any new subscribers hardly. If you know, and then as they do the occasional purge of subscribers, which I only found out about a couple of months ago when I lost 10% of my subscribers in one hit. You know, I went out to do a job one afternoon. I was on 370 something or 270 something. I come back and I was on I had 35 less. They'd gone in one go. And I only found out that it was a purge of old accounts. YouTube does regularly. So inactive accounts have been active for several months. And I'd only been going a few months, so I didn't expect anything like that to have hit on my channel early on, but it did. I was only out for about an hour, so there's no way I could have had 35 people suddenly unsubscribed from me within the space of an hour. You know, I keep an eye on my numbers daily just to see what's happening and what's occurring. There's been the occasional person's unsubscribed. It's, you know, watched it and decided it's not really for them, and fair enough. You know, that doesn't bother me. But yeah, to lose 10% of your subscribers in one hit was like, what happened? I was panicking when I got back in. Oh my god, what's going on? Have I done something wrong? You know, I replayed the last couple of videos to make sure I've not said anything inappropriate or done anything. Not that I would anyway, but you know, it's just it was unusual. But yeah, like I said, my biggest concern over that. What do they call it? Duplication. Yeah, the duplication part of the new YouTube laws. Is it going to cause me? Is it going to put me to a stage where I'm just not getting any new subscribers, where nobody's actually seeing my videos come up in the recommendations unless they're actually already subscribed to me? In which case, you'll only see them come up when they click on the subscriptions, and if I've uploaded one recently. So yeah, if anybody knows about that, please leave me a comment. Like I said down below, I'd like somebody to put my mind at rest and tell me that everything's okay. I can carry on the way I am doing, because I'm enjoying it. I like it. I like what I'm doing. Just like I say, I've come to a bit of a brick wall with this one. This map's too small. There's no room to do anything. Unless I go and gouge out a load of this landscape, that would be such hard work, just flattening all this landscape. I'm definitely doing a bigger map next time. So yeah, I'm not ending the program. I'm not ending the series. I'm just going to run the time on. I'm going to get us to a stage where I've got more pieces, more items I can use, and then I can do a bit better developing. What it does mean, I'm going to have to, rather than sort of adding to the towns as they're growing, which was the original intention, just sort of adding bits and pieces here and there, I think what I'll do is just run the time on to maybe get us into the 1950s or 1960s somewhere, and then actually do some complete redevelopment and smash up some whole areas. Don't matter if I affect the town numbers. It might actually benefit us and allow us to play on a little bit longer if I reduce the size of the towns towards that point anyway. Not that we're going to be going on too far or into a really modern era. I would definitely like to see these grow. Definitely want to see these, how they're going to look later. Like I said, we'll come back and we'll do some remodelling. Obviously these will stay. I'm not going to change any of these. They can stay forever. And these down here and the churches and stuff, all of that stuff I've already done is going to stay. And then yeah, we'll rework some areas. Right, enough talking now. I'm going to stick you down here. Oh, just before I go, if you notice, the date is going rather quickly. The reason being is because I've used a Transport Fever. It's actually a Train Fever config editor, but it works for Transport Fever just the same. It gives you options. It gives you quite a lot of options in there to do with the game. The speed of the day, so you can go from 1000 milliseconds, which I've got it on at the moment. 2000 milliseconds is a standard speed, so I'm actually going twice as fast through the dates as I should be, and you can drop it down to 8000 milliseconds, which is the same as having the 4x mod on. But you don't actually need to use a mod with it. It's a separate program that runs outside of Transport Fever. You change your settings, you click save, and then you load the game up and the settings will be saved. But you can actually control how many how many population limit you've got. You can control the percentage of the town growth. You can take off automatic street connections. If you notice, when I I've just got oil refineries just whinging there. But when I delete the connections in between the towns, I don't get a warning about it because I've got that switched off, which is enforce main connections. On the bigger maps, I end up deleting half the roads, and I just get constant warnings about it until I put them back in again. It can be quite annoying. It used to be, especially when I used to play with the costs on at the start of the game. So we're doing all right. 16, 17, 18 million a year profit. Have a look at the routes. Quick look at these. Right, so mining line's making 3 and a bit million. Wood supplies too, nearly 3 million. Goods trains. I've double headed all of these, so even the coastline's making 1.3 million now. And we've only got 2 lines that are not making money, and that's Cooperstown Bus and the Millerville Tram. Cooperstown Bus should be making money, really. Loads of people on it. There's a lot of them waiting for the Castle Bus. Yeah, I think I might start a bit later on the next map. I have got the option to have all available from 1850 as well, so I can just have everything. And then, although it'll be looking a bit daft if I'm sticking car parks and things in before we've even got cars on the road. So I might, the next map, it depends on the size of the map, but I might actually start maybe even 1900, 1920s or something and take it from there. I just don't want to go too modern, that's my only peeve. I don't like the really modern stuff. I like the older looking. It's a little more like an old, little train set and things. If I had a train set, I wouldn't have modern buildings and modern trains on it. It'd be all old stuff. Right, yeah, I've talked long enough. Can I get the time running forward? Auto save just in time. Right, alright, I'll see you all in a bit. A few years away, I'd say.
You had me right under your thumb every day, persuading me in every single way. I was down in your life. Everyday surveillance on my social media, freaking me out. Leather jacket, shades, and boots, and bohemia. Shallowphonia, shallowphonia. Oh, 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 oh. Refuse to be in your vicious mind. Oh, 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 oh. I should've known this from the start. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand, quicksand. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Slam the door behind you when you leave. I had enough. Heard that you've been snooping on my flat. Gone through all of my stuff. Everyday surveillance on my social media, freaking me out. Leather jacket, shades, and boots, and bohemia. Shallowphonia, shallowphonia. Oh, 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 oh. Refuse to be in your vicious mind. Oh, 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 oh. I should've known this from the start. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand, quicksand. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand, quicksand. Oh, 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 oh. Refuse to be in your vicious mind. Oh, 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 oh. I should've known this from the start. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand, quicksand. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Can't be dragged down in your quicksand, quicksand. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. I don't mind their snake eyes following my every move. I don't care what they think of me, but it's plain to see, yeah. I don't care what they say. Games they play that don't bother me. The shitty plans won't sting my hairs. I've got a fist with a finger and a pocket full of sand. Hey, hey, and I don't really give a. Hey, hey, and I don't really give a. They try to be bad too. They're bold, ooh, acting so old school, bulletproof. Coming on so hard at all, but push a cornerstone and a house to fall. Hey, they try to make me smile and agree. Try to bust and a break and from me. The shitty plans won't sting my hands. I've got a fist with a finger and a pocket full of sand. Hey, hey, and I don't really give a. Hey, hey, and I don't really give a. Hey, hey, and I don't really give a. No, 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 I don't really give a. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. You can read it in my hand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. You can read it in my hand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. You can read it in my hand, hand, hand. Oh, I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand. Damn. Just an ordinary day. I was making my way. Who would have known I spent my last nickel on the super mega winning ticket? I was feeling kinda wicked when I heard my boss through the crowd. But I just smiled. What you gonna do with all that cash? Gonna stay out in an all-nighter bash. I'm gonna buy myself a nice suit and tie, and then I give my boss the finger in my private jet flyby.
All people start to ask me like,
What you gonna do with all that green? I'm gonna feed my monkeys with it. They all hang out by the pool next to my backyard roller coaster with my face on a giant poster. Tonight we're having oysters with the Kobe steak in the toaster. Waiting to feed my lions and shit. You better deal with it. Wait here, I'm about to pick up Scarlet J and then Natalie P. What you gonna do with all that cash? Gonna stay out in an all-nighter bash. I'm gonna buy myself a nice suit and tie, and then I give my boss the finger in my private jet flyby. What you gonna do with all that green? I'm gonna feed my monkeys with it. They all hang out by the pool next to my backyard roller coaster with my face on a giant poster. Tonight we're having oyster with the Kobe steak in the toaster. Waiting to feed my lions and shit. You better deal with it. Wait here, I'm about to pick up Scarlet J and then Natalie P. What you gonna do with all that cash? Gonna stay out in an all-nighter bash. I'm gonna buy myself a nice suit and tie, and then I give my boss the finger in my private jet flyby. What you gonna do with all that cash? Gonna stay out in an all-nighter bash. I'm gonna buy myself a nice suit and tie, and then I give my boss the finger in my private jet flyby.
Hello and welcome back. We're in the 1950s. I actually meant to stop at the start of the year, but I missed it because I had all that switched off. I still had it on fast forward. I've set the game back to the normal speed. Like I say, I'm not gonna do that. That's not gonna be something I do often or anything. I needed to get the game running. I needed to run the game on so that I've got more options and more scope. It's actually been 2 days since I recorded that introduction. Still none the wiser on the YouTube thing. I don't know whether it's going to affect me or not, but I won't worry about it too much until I hear for definite. Yeah, if anybody knows anything, just chuck us a comment down there. Speaking of comments, I had one from Siceracer. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. Siceracer. Asking me if I would do a map and start later on in the 1980s. I did answer his comment, but I've been having to think about it most of the day, and like I said at the start of this video, I do want to actually start the next one a bit later. So I may actually start in like the 1920s, 30s and run through to the 80s, 90s or something. I may actually start 50s, 60s, 70s, even, maybe even 80s. I don't know yet. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of all the modern stuff, but yeah, there's a lot more I can do with a lot more of the modern stuff. I mean, there are quite a few other YouTubers that sort of, they build these big, massive modern cities with loads of modern trains and everything, and they look great and that. But me personally, I just prefer the older stuff. And like I said in my comment, I am learning how to do the mods. I'm not in a position to actually make any yet. I just don't have the time to really do them. There's a lot of just making one mod can take you, several hours, and I just haven't got the time at the moment. But it's something I am definitely going to get into eventually. I'm still learning with it, so I'm just taking it step by step at the moment and trying not to do anything. I'm trying not to run before I can walk, basically. So I'm still learning the basics. It's very complicated. Learning 3D rendering and all that kind of stuff, 3D modelling and things. It's all very new to me. I mean, doing these videos is still pretty new to me. I'm still an amateur at this. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. I'm still a relative amateur at doing this. I've been doing it a few months. But I'm having fun with it and I enjoy it. Like I said, it's good. And I enjoy the interactions with people as well. It's nice to get comments and likes. So, yes, we're ready to move on. I'm going to start recording the next episode very soon. I'm not going to do any building today. I just wanted to get to a point where I could actually start to plan some things out properly. Because I'm actually not sure what I'm going to begin with at the moment. I'm going to have a look around, have a look through a few pieces. I've got some upgrades to do as well. Whilst I was running the time on, these trains have come to the end of their life and they need replacing. All the goods trains. Let's have a look on the line. Sorry, my dog's having a mad 5 minutes. Rolling round on the floor, growling at him, trying to bite his own feet. Yes, I'm talking about you. He's looking at me now. We're getting distracted. Yeah, look, these are 40 odd years old. Yeah, so 1905 I upgraded them. So I'll go and get all these upgraded. I've got some trucks to upgrade. I did stick a few more trucks on this line. The reason being because I only set this up to be just to have something to show you what the diversion was doing. But okay, so he's carrying nothing. They are actually bringing goods back. Let's see if there's any on any of these. See, he's got 3 bricks on there. Construction materials. And there's machines waiting. What's happening is these trains are carrying stuff. The wood supply trains, because I put the Naffy's carriages on the universal ones, so they started picking other goods up. And they're picking them up, bringing them all the way up here, picking up some wood, coming back here and dropping the lot off. So the goods are coming there and being shipped back to here. to these few buildings around here, even though the main freight depot, so they're coming from here to here via there. Totally unnecessary. So I thought I'd just stick a few more trucks on it, might as well keep it. Not going to cause me that much of a problem. Just means that we've got 1 or 2 carriages that are going to be running empty on these, because he's got bits on carriages. He's got mostly full apart from the ones at the front that have just got a few bits and pieces on. Yeah, so, right. Thank you, autosave. I'm going to go and do some upgrades. Go and spend some of this nice money that I've earned. Not making very much. I haven't looked at that for ages. Oh dear. That'll improve. It's because the trains are too old. Yeah, I'm going to go and do some upgrades. Anybody, anything about the YouTube thing, please leave us a comment. Also, yeah, on the next series, what do you think? I'm going to ask everybody else. Shall I start in the 1920s, 50s, 1980s? What would you like to see? I know whoever commented this morning, Scissor Racer, he would like me to start in, I'm presuming it's he would like me to start in the 1980s. So if everybody else wants me to do that, then, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I don't mind. It definitely gives me a lot more scope, and I can work on building the towns up a lot more. Just the way I've always played it, I've always started as early as possible, 1850, sometimes a little bit later, 1870 maybe. But I've mostly started around 1850 because I wanted the towns to grow as much as they're going to grow. Get them as big as they can. But I could start in 1980 with large towns maybe and turn the town growth off. I'll keep the frame rate pretty healthy. We're not doing too bad yet on the frame rate, so still got a fair bit I can probably do. These are not massive towns anyway, they're only up to 1400, Horton's at 800. Excuse me. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Shall I do a modern series? Would you like to see that? Like I say, it's not really my cup of tea, but I don't mind doing it if that's what the viewers want. Not a problem at all. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm always welcome to ideas, even constructive criticism. As long as it's constructive, I don't mind. I'll generally take on board what people say, and if I can use it for ways of improving, maybe adapting, making the videos a little bit better, then by all means, if anybody's got any suggestions for things for me, or design ideas or anything like that, please feel free to make a suggestion. I don't mind it. I like all suggestions and all comments, as long as it's not silly comments. I had a few of them on some of my scenics videos. Mine looked better from somebody who didn't have any videos. And oh my god, raping my ears with that music. That was on that industrial flyover. I did use the electro swing on it, so yeah, that didn't go down too well with some people. A lot of people liked it, but I like it, so I don't care. Yeah, as long as some people like it, that's the main thing. Right, I'm going to call it a day, because it's not even night yet. I'm probably going to get on with another episode tonight. Certainly start one anyway, and I might finish it off tomorrow if I haven't got it done tonight. So there will be another episode coming very shortly after this one, either within a day or two at the most. Like I said, I apologise for the lack of my content this week. I've been quite busy and I've been quite tired, and I haven't really had the energy or the brain power to to be building stuff. I've just been relaxing in the evenings and getting on with a few other bits and pieces that I need to do. So, okie dokie, I shall see you very soon. Thanks again for watching, everybody.